From the East Brunswick Jewish Center, I'm Rabbi Jeff Pivo. Military planners are sometimes faulted for fighting the last war, meaning that they rely on tactics, weapons, and ideas that succeeded in a prior conflict, but which are either inadequate or simply inappropriate for a new one. And the same can hold true in many contexts. What we have always done well can gradually or even suddenly become what no longer works. When old strategies no longer do the job we need them to do, knowing what the current moment calls for is crucial. Moses and Aaron make the mistake of fighting the last war in this week's Parsha. When confronted by the people who once again demand better provisions and water, they revert back to a method that had worked before, getting water from a rock. But this time the same miracle is produced in a way unlike the previous time. This time they address the people in anger, calling them rebels. And Moses strikes the rock with his rod instead of speaking to it as God had instructed him. It is clear that Moses and Aaron no longer have the ability to listen to God's words and to lead effectively. And so God tells them that the end of their time as leaders, not to mention their lives, is coming to an end. Each of us must also take the measure of our own effectiveness. There's nothing wrong with sticking with a winning formula, only with sticking with it too long. From both a practical and a religious point of view, we must constantly review where we are and how we can best achieve our goals, or run the risk of becoming stale and ineffective. That's true for a synagogue, for its leadership, and it's true for me as rabbi. Each of us constantly prays for the wisdom to know when to strike the rock and when to speak to it in order to achieve the better result. From all of us at the East Brunswick Jewish Center, a Shabbat Shalom.